This playoffs basketball has started. Not only playoff basketball that started into a lot of things. Zulu's here with me. Darius will join here shortly. Right now, I know the Celtics are up 10-8. As you see on your screen, Joel Embiid's playing tonight. I thought he wasn't gonna play because they won Game 1. Like Jimmy Butler didn't play versus the Knicks, but I guess they're trying to get the series over with. So that's all I'm gonna say.
That's a good idea. I mean, if Boston want to play around and jack around and lose, bro, that's on them.
I don't think they're gonna jack around and lose.
Nah,
honestly.
I mean, they might respond well. I mean, I'm thinking they respond well in this game. They probably were better off expecting and playing with Joel Embiid in the game. Yeah, like some of those last minute change ups, shock teams, whatever. But yeah, man, they still ain't no excuse for them losing that game like they did.
I mean, they ain't ready for prime time. They young team. I don't even know that you can call them young anymore at this point.
We ain't doing that young for them no more. They done been there how many times?
A bunch, huh?
Exactly, bro. Like, it's one thing. The Kings can get away with that. This is their first time in a minute. They actually young, like stupid young. I get it.
I think they're the youngest team in the league.
Yeah, they up there. They're between them and OKC, right? Something like that.
I think OKC might be the youngest team in the league. You're right.
Something like that. No. It's Rockets, OKC, then them. That's how it go. Yeah, it's Rockets, OKC.
Probably so. But
regardless, bro. For Boston, nah, I'm not hearing it.
Yeah, I feel
the
it.
Same way they was letting Atlanta hang around and win games, the same way they lost the last game, bro. Why would you switch Al Horford on James Harden and just stay there and leave it?
That man is a Boston Celtics fan.
Not even close. Not even close. I'm just talking about I don't like seeing dumb basketball. Like you guarding PJ Tucker.
All of a sudden.
Are you serious?
All of a sudden.
PJ Tucker?
And in all fairness, Al Horford was there. He just made the shot, bro.
In all fairness, we would have doubled that.
We not letting James Harden have
PJ shooting the shot, actually.
You know what I'm saying? We not having
PJ gonna shoot that shot.
You guarding PJ Tucker, bro. Why? Come on, fam. Make it make sense.
So we finna act like PJ Tucker don't got the corner ball?
But he wasn't in the corner.
Every blue moon. Come on, fam. You act like
that moon might have been blue that time, fam.
You had a PJ Tucker. I had PJ Tucker on my team. That corner ball was there for him a lot. He didn't make a whole bunch of them, fam.
Man, listen, man. I just feel like Al Horford, it ain't like he blew past Al Horford. I see your point then, but Al Horford was there as a tight contested shot. He just made it.
We're not putting Unk out there by himself, though, is what I'm saying. The dude already bust you for 40. Come on, fam.
But what would anybody else would have did? That shot, no matter who was guarding him, that shot was going in. You hear what he said in post game? He's out taking that shot regardless, and live with the result.
And we living with the double instead. That's all.
Oh, you saying double him? I get you.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I would have rather somebody else been on him in general, but yeah, no, you go ahead, double him. PJ Tucker is a non-factor to me, bro. If he make it, then we live with it.
You sound like you built it.
Nah, fam, it was just done to me, bro. It was just done to me.
I ain't know you got mad at dumb basketball.
I did. I do often.
I ain't know that.
Yeah. You should know that when I talk about y'all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't know that. You ain't mentioned nothing about us.
So I got a drone over the thing?
Y'all get enough of it in the media. Oh, hold on, Jalen. Hold on, Jalen, bro. Anyway.
Hey, bro, take me off this drone angle. Hey, but look, Darius, who you got winning this game?
I got the Celtics responding.
Are you serious?
I honestly, and the reason I got the Celtics responding because Philly the home team now. You know what I mean? It ain't no sense of going out there trying to kill yourself and trying to go 2-0 against a good team. You might as well just sit back, still play. If you can win it, fine. But if you can't, I wouldn't try to go there and do overboard. What you want to do is, you know what I'm saying, if you drop this one, you got the next two in Philly. Them the ones you need. You go back down, you go up 3-1, going back to Boston. You know what I mean? Murder she wrote. And that's why I support what the Heat did yesterday. We the home. They the home team now, right?
Nah. Go ahead. You Heat fan? You talking about me? You Heat fan for sure.
They the home team now, right? So it wasn't no sense to playing Jimmy Butler. It's the pressure on the Knicks. The Knicks got to get that back. You know what I mean? So
And they squeaked it. They didn't even win. They squeaked it by the grace of the basketball guys.
yeah, I'm gonna give it to the Celtics. I still think the Celtics win the series though, but even though I picked the Sixers to go to the conference finals, I don't know what I'm doing. But
I picked them to be. Whoever win this gonna be in the championship game.
If your man's gonna play like that, if he gonna return the MVP Harden, gonna win the championship game. What championship game? Eastern Conference Championship?
I said they're gonna be in the championship game.
Gonna be in the championship game. I get you.
Nah, if the Lakers make it, I don't think neither team beat the Lakers. Honestly, if AD play like he supposed to play, I don't see many teams beating them.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you, game by game. I'm still not fully there yet, but game by game, Denver is slowly making me a believer.
Hey,
I like they bench.
They called me crazy at one point in life.
Hey, I still don't believe him, John. But hey man, you talking about the support they get from? I don't know if it's just because they playing the Suns or they playing. I don't know what's happening. But
I mean, the Suns really ain't got no bench, honestly.
The support they get from TV's Kyle Pope and Aaron Gordon is just way too, and Bruce Brown. It's just way too much. Those guys are playing they playing at the championship level. So I think the winner between that in that series is who goes to the finals.
Nah, I don't see them beating the Lakers, honestly.
I don't see the Lakers beating Golden State.
I really see the Lakers gonna fight for every win.
I mean, bro, it's all on AD. If AD show up, bro, I don't think nobody gonna beat the Lakers. AD give you 25 and 15 a night. LeBron gonna get you 20. 25.
Is he gonna be like 9 for 26 and he got 20?
Yeah, you right on that. But I'm just saying he gonna give you 25. But
AD had a good game. He nailed on it. Right, so I think Money did what he was supposed to do, especially on the boards. I mean, he walking 20 plus somehow,
which is crazy. No one ever thought.
But I don't think they can bank on Curry missing the way he did, or the Warriors in general. Right, so Wiggins didn't even have much of an impact.
I'm gonna say you can't bank on you getting 26 free throws again in a game.
Oh, they had 20. Who's had 26 free throws?
The Lakers. They shot 26 free throws, so they outshot them by 20. Free buckets.
So they was cheating.
I ain't gonna say that, but you know,
I ain't watched the game. I was doing homework.
The Warriors don't go to the rim.
Well, I said the Lakers have been one of the highest free throw shooting teams because they attack the rim. The Warriors obviously never have like that. So
they highest free throw shooting team because they cheat.
He's salty, y'all.
Are you bitter? Are you a little bitter?
I am. I ain't got no point in music.
Hey, you happy Dillion Brooks ain't coming back?
I ain't gonna say happy because it's still somebody, bro. He just lost his job.
I'm saying like in terms of improving the team, not him losing his job actually.
Yeah. And not because I think he's a bad player, but I think his style of play, like I told my brother, I said if this was 2011, 2012, Dillion Brooks is 100% is who I want on the team. When the gang was slow, we was posting up. It was a slugfest. We was the grindhouse, right? It's an offensive lead now. You got to be able to score. You cannot be a professional player and they literally not guarding you. It was plays where he across the court and D'Angelo Russell did not follow him on purpose. And I'm just like, man, he left open and is, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. 5-bedroom mansions. You know what I mean? So,
this is why I say, right? Bruh, if you can't score or play offense, bruh, you got to be able to minimize the team's best player.
And that's 1 through 5. That ain't just let me hold the shooting guard. You got to be able to we can hold everybody.
we can lessen the 5 if they really wanted to because they got the defensive player of the year. So it's really 1 through 4. That's all he had to do, and he couldn't do that. He couldn't guard nobody really.
Like your intensity gotta be up. Like you gotta be making steals on defense. Like effort gotta be crazy.
And then
like all of that stuff.
And he didn't understand, bro. His shot wasn't going anyway, bro. After you miss 2 in a row, bro. All right, bro. Let's take it to the rim and let me see if I can play make for somebody else.
And that ain't just him.
Oh, yeah, that's everybody.
That ain't just him. That's everybody, right? So I kind of blame Taylor Jenkins. I'm like, why do we get 59 3-point attempts? Right? And we only made 7. That's nasty work. Right? You got to tell your team to get off their line, fam.
That's a disgusting stat line.
That's nasty work.
The problem I had with all this was the fact that, I mean, I understand you got to play bodies, but at some point, fam, you got to put your best shooters out there.
Got to.
And some of these people he was putting out there for sure wasn't the best shooters.
I just felt like David Roddy should have got more minutes than Brooks in this series.
He should have got more minutes than 46 too.
Yeah. If we was playing, let's see. I guess we was playing the worst team that can shoot the 3. But if we was playing the Bucks, you know, I would understand. Or we was playing the West so stacked, bro. Like everybody can shoot. I'm trying to think of some team that can't even shoot. Oh, we playing the Timberwolves. No, Timberwolves probably shot us at this gym too.
If you were playing the Lakers, the Lakers.
Oh, the Lakers, right? But yeah, but it's kind of hard to say that if they didn't beat us. But you want them slashing teams is what I'm getting at, right? So we was playing one of them slashing teams, like I kind of get it, like kind of need the toughness, but that wasn't the case.
Well,
and we so terrible on the road, bro. That overtime game, we needed that game bad.
Hey, I got a question. Do you think if Kawhi plays that entire series, they win?
Yes. Yes. I think if Paul George and Kawhi played that series,
they might have swept them.
Well, I didn't go that far, but they definitely would have won.
I mean, I don't see a game that the Clippers were just out of the game. Besides the last one. The one before that, they just got busted wide open. I mean, that one a little bit, but they just couldn't make the key buckets, so that's why it got busted.
That's what and that's what I mean. And I think that's what separated the Suns from the Clippers, right? The Clippers was depending on Bones Howland and Nicholas Batum. You feel me?
But
and these are good players. Don't get me wrong, but you just down the stretch, like if you gonna tell me to pick between Terrence Mann and Devin Booker, I'm gonna pick Devin Booker.
I mean, that's what anybody. I mean,
yeah, that's what. If you tell me to pick between Nicholas Batum and Kevin Durant, I'm gonna pick Kevin Durant. Like now, that matchup comes a little bit more even when you have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George on the floor.
I think they just needed Kawhi to win the series. It's tough he got hurt again, but.
They say he tore his MCL.
Yeah, he tore his meniscus. Yep.
Meniscus. Yeah, it was.
Hopefully, I don't want to see him out longer than. Bro, he should be back at the beginning, maybe early December. Yeah. Late November. You got to be playing by then.
But you can't. Here's the issue: you can't have these injuries, then try to manage it throughout the whole season and get to the playoffs. You want to hit the ground running. No,
I don't think. I think they was managing him at first.
The body don't respond well. He's got to go.
If the body don't, you got to hit the ground running slowly but surely. Don't come out off the injury report. You talking about you can play a full 48 minutes. Nah, like he came back, bro, and 3 months later he's still talking about he's still playing every other game. Nah, at this point, after playoffs drawing in, you should be on the floor.
Yep.
In March, for sure. In March, you shouldn't be missing no games.
I don't think he missed a game in March.
He missed a couple.
I mean, it was probably back to back. You don't want to tire him out as well, but he started playing.
He missed 3.5 years. He ain't tired.
Bro, I'm saying that knee is tired. You should know.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh man, hey. So while we here, go ahead.
Jimmy, no buckets.
Yeah, go ahead, and give me your point. This is the guy you need to be talking to.
I ain't got time to stress right now. But to let you know, the Heat can win without Jimmy Butler. Easily. Now, well, I ain't going to say easily, but they can win without Jimmy Butler.
Why is that?
Huh? What you say?
Why is that? What made you say it?
Game 1, Jimmy Butler didn't make no key buckets for them to be like, all right, Jimmy, you made a total difference when we needed you the most.
Mm-hmm.
No, he just played the consistent game. That's it. And then you seen it in game 2. Julius Randle came back. So if Julius Randle didn't come back, I really don't think the Knicks win that game. Without Jimmy Butler.
Here's the thing.
No,
when Jimmy's on the floor, coming off the series he just had, regardless if he's making buckets or not, it's creating the opportunity for the other 4 players. Even if he's just standing there. Now I think the Knicks messed up game 1 by not putting him in a high screen and roll. He can't run. But they were trying to go one-on-one with everybody else. Mm-hmm. But
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. Him on the floor makes everybody better. But I'm just saying they can win without Jimmy Butler.
You said he make no shots down the stretch. He was hurt in the last 5 minutes.
I said he didn't. No. I said he didn't make no key buckets. He definitely was hurt the last 6 minutes of the game.
But he wasn't doing them but standing in the corner, so he could make no buckets.
But when they was coming out of half, he didn't make any key buckets to put them back in the game. That's what I'm saying. The key buckets that he had, the key buckets that were had wasn't by him. So it was just literally like he was just a normal player. So I didn't see a difference in it. You can tell the difference in the play, clearly. Jimmy Butler does a lot more defensively, whatever it may be, whatever you want to say. But in terms of offensively, he didn't have like these big output games, and they are in the games to win the game still. So that's what I'm saying. Jimmy Butler still does more with less. I still agree with that. But
I just don't understand how you say he wasn't key in that first game 1 when he was 25-11 shooting 8 for 16.
I mean, what do you key buckets?
That was my thing. I was like, I understand where you're trying to go with that personally, but I feel like just because he didn't make no crazy highlight bucket don't mean the point of him being.
He shot 11 free throws. Like, don't act like he just went out here and just got a straight up bucket, not shooting no free throws.
That's not his fault. That ain't his fault.
But but you're trying to say these 25 points was off of him getting straight buckets. It wasn't.
But my thing is, bro,
he could have got fouled on the perimeter, and there was in a bonus. Like, come on, fam.
If you go out there and slow out like you said, then what? Conversation different.
Who go out there and slow out?
He still had to make the free throws, though, fam. He didn't get fouled. He didn't get fouled on the perimeter because he only had 1 3-point attempt.
Bro, you act like you can't be in a bonus and somebody bump you and you go to the free throw line. Like, I don't understand y'all logic.
But how's the likelihood of that? Man,
what do you mean?
Come on, bro. Most of Jimmy's shot. Most of Jimmy's shot selections are near the rim. Well, if not all of them.
I mean, Darius, he could be in the post and get fouled while he's backing them down. Like, you acting like any of the fouls are out of the range.
That's
like,
impact, though, bro. That is impact.
If that's impact, he didn't make not one move and he got fouled. That's impact. That means there's a lot of people in this league that impact in.
You telling me they just out there fouling Jimmy Butler for no reason?
I'm not saying they were fouling for no reason.
My point
But your
is,
logic, just because a player scores so much, like Jason Tatum will score this much, but Jaylen Brown will be more effective and score less. Like, just because he led the team in scoring don't mean he was the most effective. And y'all know that.
And just because he didn't have a crazy 50-point game like he used to see, didn't mean he won.
I never. But that's the logic. That's the logic both of y'all trying to put in my mouth. I never said he wasn't effective. I said he didn't make any key buckets. Y'all brought the effectiveness into it.
You called me and said that. You said that to basically say he ain't. What made? Now is he still?
I said y'all can win without him. Jimmy Butler did not make any key buckets that I seen watching the game.
I don't understand how you said that. In the one game they lost without him. So I don't understand how you can say they can win without him. They literally haven't done it.
Okay.
How can you say that? They literally haven't done it.
Apparently,
the one game he
can't-
missed, they lost.
If that's the case, apparently they can't win with him either, because they ain't lost plenty of times with him.
We talking about the playoffs, G.
We talking about the playoffs. He didn't win no championship yet, so they losing with him
we talking about
playing.
this year.
No, we talking about overall.
We talking about this year.
What do you mean? They lost this year. Still, they lost.
And they in the second round.
Okay, you said give me a time.
You can say that about every player, bro. What you're trying to say, you can say that about every player that's in the playoffs right now. They all have lost. Right? They all have lost. You literally just said if AD play like that, the Lakers gonna beat the Suns. And I told you the same exact thing last week. If Jimmy Butler play like he plays, Miami, the sky's the limit for Miami.
No, it's not. See? No, it's not.
You know
Jimmy can score 50 versus Philly and Boston, and I still don't think they will win.
That's because you're trying to make a point.
No, I'm not. That's just a.
You said
It's just a proven fact. He did the same.
thing.
He literally did the same thing last year against Boston, and they did not win. So what are we getting at
You
here?
said that, but you said that before the playoffs versus Milwaukee, and they beat them.
Okay, but he did the same thing versus Boston last year, and they lost. So
A lot of people lost last year. A lot of people lost last year.
What are we getting at here?
A lot of people lost last year. We talking about this year.
But my point is, you said that you made that point to me yesterday. I mean, day before yesterday, whatever it was, to argue Darius's point, because it wasn't even my point that he's the best player in the playoffs. And my point is, what that is, I understand what you're trying to do, but he still had a good game and expected the game to win. Like,
I mean, you could say that about a lot of players then. So, I mean, like, what was the logic? If you can say that one thing about Jimmy Butler, you can say the same thing about a lot of players. AD didn't play well, the Lakers lost. AD played well, the Lakers won every time. So, like, what are we getting at here?
No one else in here said AD was the best player in the playoffs.
But I'm saying you can say the same credit to AD just like you can with Jimmy Butler. Because
I mean, but doesn't everybody said it already that if AD plays is the best player on the floor, the Lakers can go as far as
That's always been the case. Josh.
But you said the Lakers can win without AD. They can't. It's proven this playoff. Where's it been proven? What has it been proven?
They beat us without AD. AD had 12 points. AD had 12 points and we lost.
Fam, he showed up. What do you mean he had a double?
We lost.
Okay, fam.
And we lost, bro.
It's one game. Just like you said, Jimmy Butler lost. That's one game.
That's the point I'm proving.
What point are you proving?
Josh, right now, the teams remaining, who has the worst roster in the playoffs?
Fam, you trying to prove a point.
Answer my question,
You trying to say that Jimmy
question.
Butler's team is not good. Cool.
Josh.
Whatever you want to say. What?
Right now, in the playoffs, all the teams remaining, who roster is the worst?
Who roster really the worst?
I'm not saying that these are bad guys, but I'm saying compared to each other, who would you put last on paper?
I mean, the Warriors can really be considered to be last. Because
nobody in their right mind is about to put Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Jordan.
Fam, but I'm saying, if these players don't show up, just like Zulu say, the players don't show up and Jimmy Butler show up, it's a Steph show. It's always been like that. So, like, what are we getting at here?
Why you won't answer the question?
I mean, I just answered the question. You can literally put the Warriors last. Draymond don't shoot. Wiggins can have bad games.
Nobody is gonna put.
But you said answer the question. I just answered your question.
So you saying the Warriors?
And if you want to say that, the Knicks roster is worse than Miami.
So you saying the Warriors roster is worse than Miami?
I'm gonna say the Knicks roster is worse than Miami.
The Knicks roster is worse than Miami.
Yes. Thank you.
No, they're not.
Okay.
But you know no folks roster not worse than Miami. Bro.
On paper, no, but in game, we better.
Thank you.
That's for sure. That's
without Jimmy Butler, they better. What are you talking about? It's proven.
In the game, that's making my point. That's why I said on paper, because in the game, it's Jimmy Butler's show.
Jimmy Butler, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Jimmy Butler didn't even play. Jimmy Butler didn't even play last game, and they were in the game still to win. They lost themselves the game.
Gosh, nobody remembers if they in the game, bro. They only remembers the final score.
Okay,
the
nobody remembers if Jimmy Butler scored 50 points and loses. That's the point.
But they gonna say well, they lost because they didn't have Jimmy Butler. Not just that they lost because they started missing shots at the end. That's what they're gonna say. So regardless of how you want to dress it, bro, regardless of how you want to dress it,
fam, I don't hear no
Jimmy
sources. I don't hear no sources.
I
don't hear no sources saying the Miami Heat lost because Jimmy Butler didn't play. They will literally be like, the Miami Heat had a chance to go up 2-0. But did not execute or whatever it may be. Would it be different with Jimmy Butler? Possibly.
And they gonna say if Jimmy Butler plays, they win that game.
They gonna say it's possible. You can't guarantee it. You can't guarantee it. That is what y'all be trying to get. This is
wild boy.
You're wild, bro. You're crazy. You're crazy because you're saying one thing. They lost themselves the game without their best player, but if their best players played, they still possibly lose the game.
Still,
that makes sense,
bro. You can still lose a game, still. But the likelihood of them losing the game would not have been as high as they lost the game.
But based on what you saw, you know if Jimmy's on that court, they don't lose that game. You know
boy, Cass hate to say they wrong.
I mean, I guess you hate to say you're wrong. You said the Knicks roster is better than the Heat.
You said Miami Heat by far has the on paper by far has the worst roster, bro. Everybody's on their roster either old or they was undrafted. They don't have no first round selections.
Fam.
They don't have no all superstars on their team.
Fam.
Other than Jimmy Butler.
Fam.
They don't have a Jalen Brunson. They don't have a Julius Randle. They don't have a Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, LeBron James, Anthony Davis.
Fam,
They don't
what does that mean?
Things.
That don't mean
they don't have a Jokic, Jamal Murray.
That don't mean nothing because you win in the first round.
It don't mean nothing to have two cold button superstars.
Who's the two button superstars?
Jokic. You talking about for Miami?
The Knicks. Oh, if you want to say that Bam went in the first round, I mean, like, bro, come on. These people on these teams are first round draft picks too,
bro.
Just because they got the most undrafted players playing, don't mean they didn't have first round draft picks that were playing and they got outpaid.
Bro.
You just said that. What are you talking about? You said they did not have these first round draft picks like this. Like they had first round draft picks too, like that. They didn't pan out. That ain't their fault, and that ain't the other team's fault.
So they don't have them, Josh. If they didn't pan out, that means they don't have them.
What are you talking? They got one right now.
There's only one on the court.
And it's Bam. How many does the Knicks have?
One.
They had two.
Who? Jalen didn't go in the first round.
Both went in the first round.
No, they didn't.
RJ Barrett didn't go in the first round?
He did.
Okay. Not panning out so far, so. But okay, if you want to say RJ Barrett, cool.
But he's still playing. He's still available for the Knicks.
What does that mean?
He's still available for the Knicks. He's still a threat to score.
I mean, if that's the case, everybody on the Heat's a threat to score.
He must be panning out in some way. He signed an extension, Josh. The Knicks are planning to think he's panning out.
Yeah, and you see how many times the Knicks had went far in the playoffs? Like, come on, fam.
What does that got to do with just RJ Barrett?
Okay, dude. You got it, fam. This man crazy, Chad.
No, you crazy. You literally say one thing, then reverse it in the other way.
I'm just glad y'all. I'm glad you got to the right guy. So what y'all? All right. Tell me, if the Celtics lose this game, is it over for them?
No.
If they lose this series, you blew it up.
Yes. It ain't nothing else to put your hopes on. They've been to the finals twice. They lost twice. They lose this time, and they probably beat.
They only been once. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals, then they went to the finals.
Now I thought LeBron didn't beat them. Then they lost to the Warriors.
Yeah, once.
Yeah, they only been to the once. They won.
Oh.
It feels like they should have been there by now.
Well, either way, bro, like you have no excuse to be losing now, right? So you're talking about through and through from point guard to bench player. I think they probably the best roster. We talk about how deep Denver's bench is. Milwaukee bench is probably deeper, and they all two-way players. And if they lose this, there's just no excuse. And you lost this with a banged up Joel Embiid. So, in my opinion, yes, it's time to set the shield. I know it's gonna be hard to do though, with your two superstars being young, but um, you just gotta do what you gotta do at that point.
Who get moved? Tatum or Jalen?
I think Brown get moved. He's on the one that ain't signed. He ain't signed an extension yet, right?
You're right. Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah, he don't want to wait for his money. You're right. That's tough. That'd be a tough way to go.
They got a drone in there.
Yeah, Josh said something about it earlier. Like, it's really just no excuse for them to be losing the games.
No, it really wasn't. It definitely wasn't no excuse for them to lose last game.
They got too many bodies, bro. Like,
way too many. I'm supposed to way too deep.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And they about the only team that can almost rotate 9.
Yeah. Sure, right. I look at this. Bro, they got Joel Embiid working like his leg ain't halfway destroyed.
I know you bitter because you a Boston fan, but
not even close.
You my guy.
I'll let. There's one guy on that team that give my respect. Well, Jaylen Brown do too, but hold on, Jaylen, you try to punch it on my boy.
Jaylen Brown leading the score right now. I said leading in the scoring right now.
Yeah. Need to. Like I tell everybody, bro, Jaylen Brown should be recognized as the best player on that team, but because he don't just score first all the time and he passive sometimes, this is why he had a second fiddle idea. He reminded me of Paul George without all the extra hype around it. Because Paul George is getting just crazy hype to be a second man. No disrespect to Paul George, because that's what he wanted to be, but I'm just saying.
What you mean by a second man?
Like, he don't want to be the one. After Indiana,
Injuries played the factor into him not being the one.
No, not saying he didn't, bro. But even he said himself at the first month on the little podcast.
Yeah, he did.
2 man is where I need to be. Like, I've learned and decided that the 2 man is what I am. Okay, cool. All the talent to be the number one guy, but he want to be a 2 man. That's okay. I just didn't, you know what I mean? At first he was getting crazy praise.
Yeah, could have to be the one.
Yeah, if you don't want all the extra, pressures and everything else, he's still gonna get talked about because your ability. You know what I'm saying? Goodness gracious, Joel. Here you go. Little start. But yeah, man, I'm just saying. Like, I mean, how long is the Clippers got both of them on the contract for a couple more years, huh? Paul George and Kawhi?
No, I think Kawhi free agent this year, ain't he?
Yeah, this is last year.
That's what I thought.
So what do they blow it? They gotta blow it up, right?
They got to.
You gotta find something. Find something else.
I mean, the best ability is availability. I ain't gonna keep y'all on the roster. Y'all ain't playing.
Just paying.
Well, they might as well get ready to go to OKC then.
Nah, OKC got them young dogs. They gonna be hiding like.
And they ain't got no young dogs. Their whole team is vets. Couple of young, like one young, maybe 2 young dogs.
Oh, you're saying the Clippers might as well get ready to beat OKC.
Yeah. So they might as well keep that roster together. Try to see if they can win in 2 years, and they can't. That's when you're gonna have to. I think Paul will be up. Yeah, Paul will be up. Yes, Paul contract would be up, so you ain't gotta re-sign him. You can get Kawhi to pick up his 5th. And then you try it that year. If it don't work, you don't re-pick them back up.
How long they been there?
Do you hear that?
Like
it's been like 3 years. Right?
Like it's 3 years, right? 3 years going on 4.
This would be 4, something like that.
Yeah, I think either 4th year or this 3 going on 4 next year. 1 to 2.
Generation of all electric vehicles designed and built like no other.
And they got what, 1 conference finals appearance? They lost to the Suns. Wasn't that the conference finals?
Yeah. From the ultimate electric driving machine.
And that's out of the last 2 years.
I'm showing up folks is the dope.
Somebody gotta move. Some gotta shake because I'm tired of this.
I mean, so you basically saying if the Nuggets don't make it, you gotta blow that up too?
Yes. What excuse would they have? I can't say the same. I can't say what I said about Boston and not say it about, especially Denver. Now
Nah, I
the
mean,
Clippers, the Clippers we
Denver
probably
had
could
what
talk
Jamal
about,
Jamal
but
Murray was over 2 years, right? But Jamal Murray missed 2 whole years.
The
yeah,
crazy
he
thing
did.
is,
You at least give
But I can't say what I just said about Kawhi and Paul George and I said about Jamal Murray. Right?
the best.
So
You right.
it got to be consistent, bro. Like if you don't make it this year, what? So if they don't make it this year, what would be the excuse?
I mean, then that means every team gotta blow up. Then, if the Heat don't make it this year, they gotta blow up. If the Milwaukee Bucks they didn't make
They
it this year,
already blew up, though. They already
if the Milwaukee Bucks don't make it, they gotta blow up, which they
They
done.
already talking about them blowing up. They already talking about not bringing Chris Middleton back.
I
He
just-
fell off the face of the earth, boy.
I just
Golly,
didn't
I ain't
think
never
he did
fell off
nothing.
so bad. I'm like, I just don't know how you fall off that bad, bro. They need you.
He was hurt. He was hurt for a lot of the season.
With armor all stain repelling
I mean, if the Lakers don't make it, you gotta blow that up. They not. So I mean, like,
no matter how
you might as well see.
armor all
If the Suns don't make it, what you do?
more clean.
That team is the newest out of all them teams you just named.
I mean, you just added one
That
piece.
team ain't
Everybody,
year.
everybody has been the same though. That's what I'm saying. The only you just added one piece, and you lost what 2 pieces? Chris Paul consistently hurt. DeAndre Ayton's consistently soft. So I mean, I don't even know why they signed them back. Honestly, I'd have traded him with KD and got a first-round draft pick.
No, you don't break up the Suns. You don't give up what you gave up, then break up after 4 months. That's bad allocation of resources. But what you can break up are the Clippers, are the Celtics, Bucks, Denver. Well, Denver probably won't do it, but I don't think none of them do it other than the Bucks. But in my opinion, like, we've been running this thing for some years now. Like, the Celtics have finished at the top of the East. What, the last 4 years?
2.
Right? They was either like between 1 and 3. Denver done finished the top of the West in what, the last 3 years?
I don't know what they was versus in the bubble. I don't think they were top 3 though. So I think Bam and them was top 3.
Yeah, they were.
Well,
They were.
So that matchup would have probably been something crazy. Well, they might not have been top 3. I don't. I think they was 4, and the Heat. The Bucks were 1 or something like that.
But it's gonna be moves being made when this season's over with. Probably somebody gonna take.
I don't never understand how you shoot a 3 and you get outran by the dude that contested the 3. Man, take this bum out the game. Hey, Darius, we trading Jason Tatum.
Gotta be somebody. Somebody gotta move.
He gotta go, bro. Keep that two-way
He
star
just
you got
signed
over
a-
there.
He just signed a max.
He did.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, he did. Now, unless you know what I mean, open that door for them phone calls and get a package, cause somebody gonna sell for him. You can fleece somebody for him for sure. You definitely can fleece somebody for him just cause he's young and aspiring. He done already been All-Star, already been All NBA.
If you want to be honest, if I'm Jaylen Brown, I'm looking to go to the Nets.
Him and Mikal Bridges would be so crazy.
Because Mikal can be the 2 for sure.
If I'm Jaylen Brown, I'm looking to go to Memphis.
Okay.
That sounds selfish.
How? Think about it, bro. What roster is young enough right now that's going to be together for a couple more years and that's one player away from making an appearance at the minimum?
Y'all playing through Jaylen Brown?
Wherever Jaylen Brown go, he want to be the one. So keep that.
That's all I'm saying. See, y'all playing through Jaylen Brown? I'm just making sure.
If he ain't gonna be the one, he ain't going. So that's limiting the teams
Memphis,
already.
Bro, he will be the only one that's close to being a 3-level school.
Is he the main
and
option?
That's the only thing we're missing.
Is he the first person that touched the ball?
That's what we talking about. Is he the one?
Well, yeah. Am I not answering the question?
You said
yes, bro. I told you I said yes, bro. He would be the only one that could be.
We didn't hear you say yeah. We didn't hear you say yeah.
We hear the yes part. We just heard the 3-level school part. We hear the yes part. I'm just making sure. Interesting enough.
In my opinion, and I know how. Zoo, we didn't have this conversation about Ja Morant, but I know how everybody loves Ja. Ja's an excellent player.
Yeah.
As our team constructed right now, I still think we need that wing player, right? We need that Jaylen Brown. We need sell for Chris Middleton. I hate to say sell.
I can just go get Chris Middleton.
Yeah,
yes, I would. I would take Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is a bonus. Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Chris Middleton. I'd take either one of them three.
I respect that.
Because we need some scoring. We need somebody. We don't get nobody on our roster that can go get their own shot. Right?
Yeah,
Bang is going to take the three. Huh?
Well, if Jaylen comes, Desmond ain't going to like his role, so he going to request a trade probably.
No, he won't, bro.
Okay.
He about to get more shots.
If anything.
I got it.
I bet he ain't working as hard as he wants.
Why you doubt this?
You said more shots? Are you mean like set shots?
Yeah.
Probably so. Set shots.
Yeah. Not shots in general. Yeah, I'm talking about set shots.
Hey, man, Lou.
Yep. Now Jaylen Brown got to get that dribble game together though. He still be tweaking. I don't know how, but he still be tweaking. He'll put one move together for a game, and then after that, he'll get the ball going anywhere after that. But bro, one of them got the potential.
We just need to get somebody to get their own shot. We don't get that player. Either Bang gonna either take the three or he gonna go to the lane. Jock gonna go to the lane. Jaren Jackson gonna play around the rim.
Mm-hmm.
Memphis need another shooter. That's crazy. Memphis, both. Hey, Darius, I'm convinced that the two coaches at Memphis don't like recruiting shooters.
We got two shooters over 40. How many you want?
Enough.
A lot of teams ain't got one. We had two.
Yeah, but those two shooters can't get their own shot, like you said too. The other teams, they at least got shooters that can make it and get their own shot.
There's only one team I can take it back and do that.
Who?
That Golden State.
Sleep.
Who else no get in? Two. Phoenix.
You sleep again.
Next Wednesday.
Who?
The Clippers.
Former President Donald Trump takes questions live.
Oh, they won. I was talking about the teams that's kind of going.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, it's plenty of teams who can do that.
Presidential town hall.
But if you talking about the teams that's playing, yeah.
Don't call any pro.
Unless you want to say Austin Reeves.
And I don't even consider them. So I'm distinguishing like the shooter and the scorer, right? Luka and Desmond Baines are shooters in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Those guys you name not shooters, they scorers, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's why I said you were right about
need a score.
Need a person to get his own bucket.
So you think you just need a score?
They need multiple of them.
We need I agree with that. We need a score. We need somebody like DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Chris Middleton, Jaylen Brown. Like cats that can go score at any level.
You need that and somebody who can come off the bench and give you some points.
That's Luke, but Taylor ain't gonna play Luke long enough.
But Luke ain't gonna get his own shot. You need a person who's gonna be like, all right, bro, I'll put you in. You gonna get your own shot because Ja Morant ain't gonna be in, and
that be tight sometimes.
Whatever person they go sign. Let's say it's Chris Middleton.
I mean, you think they give Kenny Lofton more reps?
He do need more minutes though.
I don't see why not.
He gonna score if you want it. Like I mean, off the bench too.
If we play Xavier Tillman, bro, you play Kenny Lofton. They same height.
Yeah.
Who? Tillman?
Tillman Lofton.
Nah, fam.
What?
Hey, Tillman like 6'9", bro. Lofton
Tall
like
as Lofton.
6'6", 6'7". He a load though. Don't get this wrong. He a dog.
Okay, so they almost the same height. I was
2 inches a
2
lot,
inches
fam.
off.
They got Kenny Lofton at 6'7". Xavier Tillman is
Probably 6'9", maybe 6'8".
Xavier 6'7".
They got them both at 6'7". Oh, well, there's right.
6'7" to 6'7". Get a bucket.com.
You would play Xavier Tillman. You would definitely play. Like I said, this is the same thing with Brooks. And I like Tillman. Tillman will be better than Brooks on the offensive end, but that's the same thing though. Like you got at some point in this league now.
I mean,
like,
he was guarding LeBron too, fam. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
He hustled though. Great hustle.
No, I like Tillman. But at some point you got to start picking offense.
Yeah.
You got to. Like the game is sped up way too fast. You got this fast little point guard, this fast little shooting guard. All they want to do is run. Right? So you don't have to start putting somebody out there to scope.
Nigga, Marcus Smart out here trying to have his way. Bad shot, but
He sucked. He trolled me on my pick too.
there you go. I knew there had to be some connect to
So if he, crazy part about it, in one game he scored 20, and I was pissed
it.
in the playoffs. So about this NFL.
Oh yeah, we here the draft. Man, listen, I was waiting for that draft so long.
Josh, what you think? How you think the Saints did? I talked to Zoo about it.
I mean, other than the first round pick, that's the only one I ain't gonna say I didn't like, but it wasn't the pick I would have selected, and I don't think we can't say we don't think many others wouldn't have either. But it's not the pick I wouldn't have selected because you need a pass rusher, and Zulu was trying to convince me that we only had 2 D linemen on our roster, which we had 4 of them already. So, like, why not go out there and get a pass rusher or somebody who can possibly be Michael Parsons because he creates problems already.
My boy, he thought that for real because I asked him. I'm like, who are you? I didn't know. I still don't know.
I had to remember that we did get some more signings later on, but at first I'm thinking about the post. I just knew it was like still in the room. I'm like, we really ain't got that many, bro.
And I mean, teams, you got to think
Well,
about teams.
but 4 still ain't enough either, though, bro. You're going to play 2 at a time.
Yeah, that's true. But teams, you got to also think about teams ain't just going out there, you know what I'm saying, signing people that they don't think will fit their schemes and do good in their schemes.
I agree with that.
Right.
So, like,
that's what I was saying.
you getting a pass rusher would have been great. But, I mean, it ain't a bad pick. I mean, I ain't disagreeing with the pick. You got another D tackle. You need a D lineman. So,
but do you think y'all passed it because what's the man name? Nolan Smith is more of a 3-4 linebacker than he is a 4-3 D.
I do.
I mean,
I do because
if you gonna say that, Brian Brees, I don't even know how to say his name.
Brzee,
yeah, Brzee. He's more of a 4-3 lineman. I mean, a 4 lineman than a 3 lineman. So I mean, he more of a. Sorry, I'm probably getting this shit mixed up right now. My head hurts.
But I'm saying you got to think about it. He played.
He reverted 3 regardless of the front though.
He played that role. That's the thing. He played that role in college, and so like an interior guy can do that.
Way about it.
More times than not, right? And then with that being said, we had no type of interior pressure at all last year.
Bro, we were one of the last teams in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
hey, my dog said y'all was the worst defense in the league.
Who?
Pac-Man.
We not.
That's why he said, "Hey, that wasn't my words, G."
Pac-Man who?
He was high.
Yeah. That's the same guy that was getting torched by AB.
Yeah.
Okay. And every other receiver.
Talking about he could have been Hall of Fame. All right.
And what he said, let my boy tell his side. And my boy tell his side.
But still, bro, the best person on the board is him. The crazy part about it is,
yeah, I mean, but you gotta think, probably on our for us, if we think about just an impactful player, we think that, but you gotta think about teams boards are way more specific than just let me get. It's very rare. It's very rare, or it's not common, especially being that late in that pick. You just taking the best, who the crowd may think is the best available, right? Because we all can agree Nolan Smith was gonna be gone way before he even got down there to us.
That's
right?
what. That's all I'm saying. If he made it to you, it's still a team need. You take him, get him off the board.
I was kind of tight that he went past us. Well, I think I thought he would have fit perfectly at the Jets. Honestly,
based on how we've always drafted out this field, I realized like, bro, he don't fit the mold that they want that they DN, bro.
Zero said we sucked at edge pressure. We didn't have any edge pressure either, and the worst because I mean you can always get pressure inside, but I mean it really don't matter that much. Like think about it. Just look at the league. Parsons don't rush from the inside that often.
No, but having somebody to push an area makes it even better for your edge rushers. Because if you get a quarterback, if you stop a quarterback in this face.
So who on the edge right now?
Cam Jordan, who's probably gonna be retiring a year.
Cam and
maybe 2.
Whoever on the other side.
And fucking Davenport. I mean, not even Turner.
Davenport and
what you call it?
Peyton Turner. That was last year's first round pick. Yeah, I gotta let my boys spin.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is,
Darius, I don't have that much faith in him. Trust me.
A lot of defenses are gonna tell you if you get that interior pressure, it gives you room for your DNs to eat. When you expecting to only off the edge, and dude can just step up in the pocket all day.
I mean, but I hear you, but I think,
fam, they went go sign, if that was such a team need, they would have drafted back to back. Well, I wouldn't say back to back, but they would have went early to get a D tackle, and then went the third round to get another D tackle. Fill another need. They didn't do that, so apparently they believe in those signees. Just as simple as that. That's what I believe.
And likewise on the edge. I'm saying that we gonna. I mean, regardless, we gonna have to say.
I mean, but you gotta think about it. I mean, you can't sit here and be like, well, we got Cam Jordan. Like, we know what Cam Jordan can do.
But I will say this too,
but
though.
We
like
looking for the future.
Brian Brzee do offer a lot of flexibility though, because he did play all 4 at Clemson.
He did, but he ain't gonna play all 4 in the league. I don't believe. Well, 3.
But I mean, with the way they try to run a D line, they rotate guys. So he could be in a package where he's an inside, he go to the edge, and vice versa. And they like that for whatever reason they choose that.
To me, Brazee's don't rush the passer that well. He definitely is a good run stopper though. So if they wanted, that's probably what they wanted. I don't know what went on. The conversation went on in the office, but everybody can agree when Nolan Smith fell. And each team kept skipping on him. It may have been an injury thing, but if he's there late in the round, you need edge pressure, you take the edge pressure guy.
Like I was a 2. Cincinnati picked before y'all, right?
Yeah, they did.
My thing is pressure, whether you get an inside or outside. So if you whatever you feel like is your more dire need on their board, which happen to be on the inside, you take it like.
Chad said you can blitz up the middle to get pressure, which that's more than likely some of the pressure. More than likely most of the pressure nowadays.
How do you want to do that, though?
I mean, but just look at the Chargers, bro. Look. They got, I may be a little wrong, Darius, but they got Khalil and Bosa. Where do you think the QB going? Up. They can play off of going up. Condense the pocket. The 2, what y'all on, a 4-3 there, Darius?
3-4.
3-4. The middle guy all he gotta do is control it. We're gonna let the 2 edges do their jobs. Get to the QB. That's what we want. What?
But that's not what we do though.
But I'm saying that's what you're gonna have to start doing. Because if your offense ain't doing what it was doing, quote unquote, last year, or they can't control the ball, and then on top of it, you're not getting no pressure from the outside or inside. At least you can get the pressure from the outside, besides against the Raiders. But still,
That's what I'm saying. I mean, but I'm saying the point is we can do that back and forth for either one. Like if you get inside pressure, you get outside pressure. You get outside pressure. Hopefully,
Nah,
outside pressure.
fam. You can't get
Really
outside,
good.
bro. You can't get outside pressure that great, bro.
The other thing I say about the inside pressure versus the outside is that the quarterbacks are becoming more
Mobile.
athletic. Yes. So if you pushing them inside and you ain't got nothing going on the outside, then you know, she rolled after that.
And of course, Peyton Turner's in his second year. You see what he do, but like I said, bro, you can go get.
Nah, I'm not down either pick though, right? So
That's what I'm saying. I'm not down the pick, but like I'm pretty sure we were all on there. Go check that out from last week, and we all said the Saints need to draft Nolan Smith. It's a no-brainer. He on the board. You need a pass rusher on the edge. Now, if Jalen Carter was there and Nolan Smith was there when you were drafting both, and you went with Jalen Carter, how can you be like that's a bad pick? That's just what I'm saying. But other than that, I think they drafted. I mean, I like the pick. I just thought they should have drafted the edge rusher, but you know what I'm saying. That's it.
And that's my point. It could have went either way. I just think based on how they draft, what they like, I wasn't surprised they didn't go with them. Because
I think my favorite pick from y'all was Keandre Miller though.
Yeah, I do like that pickup.
I think that's gonna be super dope, especially with your man's going to jail.
Here you go. My guy was, if it wasn't Keandre, definitely 18.
How you think the Chargers drafted, Darius?
I'm actually enthused. Actually, I think.
I know you weren't too happy about the first rounder, but it might work out.
Actually, after I thought about it, I was telling John after I thought about it, I can't sit here and think about last year and get mad that they took who they took. Right?
Yeah. Mike got hurt.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't sit here and be like, why they take him? And I see us say, well, we need to take a receiver because these people stay hurt, and they take a receiver, and I'm mad at the receiver that took. But I'm not gonna act like Quentin Johnson wasn't getting out. Right? I ain't gonna sit here
for
and
sure. He was decent.
Yeah, he was going crazy. I think I actually grew to like the pick, but my favorite pick was probably Deion Henley, the linebacker from Washington State.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite pick.
Mm-hmm.
He was 83 or something like that, right? 63, 83.
Him?
Washington State linebacker.
No, he's number one.
He's number one.
Yeah, you think about the other guy.
I think he's gonna be better. But yeah, gotcha.
I like Henley. Right?
Who job he taking?
Come on, fam. I think they made that obvious already.
Who job he taking?
They didn't decline my dog. I think we'll have a solid little rotation.
Nah, saying who job he taking,
They
Darius?
didn't decline my dog 5th-year option already.
Who job is he taking, Darius? Say it.
The question, he crazy.
Hey, bro, we all in this together.
Who job he taking, fam?
We all in this together.
That ain't what I asked you.
I don't know, bro. It could be Eric Kendricks.
Nah, you don't believe that one. So, who job is he taking?
It could be Eric Kendricks' replacement. They probably brought up in. They said they was drawing a comparison. That's what they said they remind them of.
So you like Murray? That's what you telling me, huh?
Nah, I ain't saying it.
So
Murray, I just think Murray's issue, bro, he's not consistent. One game, he gonna look like that linebacker that we took in the first round for a reason. And the other game, he looked like he should have been a 6th-round draft pick.
Sometimes the matchups don't fall in his favor.
That's an issue. You can't say that about the best linebackers, right?
I mean, you can't, but I don't think he's. I say he's middle of the pack of linebackers. He ain't the worst, but he ain't the best.
No, he ain't the worst. He definitely. I mean, he's still young. I guess that's the bright side. He
like
can go
23,
crazy,
right? 4?
Yeah, he can go crazy this year, and we resign him, and we'll have him in Dillion going crazy. But I mean, one of my other favorite picks was Darius Davis. He's gonna be a major contributor in the special teams, and he blazing fast. And we signed Pokey Wilson and free agency. Pokey Wilson.
Listen, yeah, ain't bad.
Number 80 from Florida.
I was,
He's probably gonna be a practice squad player, but nevertheless,
Number 80
Yeah,
from
yeah.
who?
He could Florida State.
Florida State.
Oh, yeah.
He could be a gadget guy if you ever need it.
Yep. And they give us quality again, right? So I think we did well attacking our needs. Right receiver was a major need, and we went and got 4 of them. I don't really know the fourth guy, but we went and got 4 of them. So I was satisfied with the draft.
This what I would say. You might disagree.
We got Tully. I think Tully gonna be a dog. Or Tully, whatever his name is.
I think you might disagree with this, but if you was gonna draft a receiver in the first round that's similar to Mike Williams, why sign Mike to that extension?
Because, well, 2 things. I don't think he's there to, personal opinion, I don't think he's there to replace Mike Williams. I think he's only there to add. Now, I do see a situation where Josh Palmer might not continue his career as a Charger.
That's a true statement. Well, then you move Mike to the slot. I mean, Keenan's in the
Keenan's on the
slot,
slot.
clearly, but
Yeah.
I'm saying when Keenan's gone.
And that's the second one, right? So here's another option. I don't think Keenan Allen continue his career as a Charger beyond this year. So now you got Mike Williams and Quentin Johnson, especially if Quentin Johnson pans out the way they hope they do. Hope he does. I do think you move on from one of them. But I don't think that person is Mike Williams because it's inevitable that Mike Williams is Justin Herbert's favorite target.
No, that's a true statement, but is he going to be on the field? That's the other key question.
That's the other part of it, yeah.
So
That's the other part.
I don't doubt it.
That's the other part for all them cats. Joey Bosa, Keenan Allen, Darren James, like JC, all them cats, all them cats. Ask them out, Corey Lindsey. Like, are y'all gonna play this year? And I think Zoo had asked me a question like, what you think y'all need to get over the hump? Yeah, we just need good health. That's all we need. Good health. But I think my favorite draft, I think the Packers probably did the best in the draft. I love what they did. I love what the Lions did.
Yeah, people didn't like them drafting Gibbs. I actually like the pick, to me.
I do too. I mean,
you get away Swift. Swift hurt. He be hurt all the time.
That's my thing about folks hyping it up. I'm like, bro, Philly got the same guy that get let go of.
Then you go and get Hendon Hooker. He ain't got to play right away.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. But Jared Goff for MVP.
You get Sam Laporta in the second, Broderick Martin in the third. Like, I think they did. And you get Antoine Green, another burner. Then you got Brian Branch. Like, I think they did excellent.
Yeah.
I thought they would have took a corner, but I guess not.
Yeah, I guess not. We see what the Saints do. We see what the Chargers do. We see what everybody do. Do you like the Ravens drafting a receiver, Zay Flowers, even though they got a bunch of them?
I said the same thing.
They got like 3 same people.
Yes.
They could have got Quinn. They should have got Quinn Johnson.
Quinn Johnson. Yeah, I agree. But I think they should have waited and took Cedric Tillman. That's what I think. I think they probably should have went offensive line or defensive line. Maybe Nolan Smith should have been a Raven, right? Then you go and take Cedric Tillman. I don't think Zay Flowers. You go and get Zay Flowers is literally Devin Duvernay. It's literally Nelson Aguilar. They all about to do the same thing. It's literally James Procise. They're all about to do the same thing. You still don't have no size on the field. Like, you got 2 technicians in Bateman and OBJ and speed guys. Y'all know how I feel about the speed guy, right? Sometimes the speed guy don't win. Sometimes the play ain't nobody open. You're going to need that guy to just throw it to, and he come down with it. And I don't think they get it.
No, they don't for sure. No. I mean, unless they say Mark Andrews is that.
They like 6 foot some change?
Who?
He's not going to be fast and can run routes?
Who?
Bateman. And Rashad Bateman like 6'2"?
He like 5. He 5'11".
No way.
I could have sworn he was like 5'11". 6 foot is the max I'm giving him.
Let me double check. I could be wrong. I just want to.
He's 6'1".
6'1". Okay.
6'1".
I don't think he's 6'1".
But Tillman's 6'4". Where did Tillman go? They went back to back. Jalen Holly went to the Giants. Where Tillman go?
To Cleveland.
To the Browns.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
he got sleeper
they
pick.
had a well of a draft.
you think about it though. Last time the Ravens had somebody big, they didn't use him. They had Miles Boykin sitting on the shelf. You couldn't even.
I mean,
Miles
but that
Boykin's still on the shelf.
he is.
He's still on the shelf, and I like him now. Boy, he was big and fast.
Now he just ain't. Yeah, now he just ain't getting used out here. He just a body.
They said Rashad Bateman need to step up this year after they drafted Zay Flowers.
I think Bateman's career gonna follow Keenan Allen's career. He battled them injuries early. He gonna wait till his third or fourth year. He gonna start getting on. Bateman really nice. I like his game at least.
Yeah, he nice. He ain't that bad. Trust me.
No, but some teams have some drafts though. I like what a lot of teams do.
What you think about?
Texans,
What you think about
Cleveland?
What you think about Minnesota drafting J.A.?
I think that was probably the best selection in the first round. When you talk about in terms of value and potential, if Jordan Anderson go out there and be what we think he's gonna be, I think you're gonna see probably the best duo in football in year 3.
Yeah, that's gonna be nasty,
It's
especially
gonna
if
be crazy.
and honestly,
I heard.
you think if he get a high start to save Kirk Cousins?
Hey, if you want me to tell you something, I heard Minnesota gonna tank to try to get Caleb.
I doubt it.
Hey,
I mean, well,
don't
here's
shoot the
two things.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Here's 2 things, right? I don't think they got to tank because they're gonna suck anyway, right?
They probably be second. They probably be second in division.
Who you giving division to?
Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit. Even with all the suspensions to start?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
You act
Jameson
like they
Woods.
missing-
Jameson Woods didn't even play last year, really.
Like, bro, why you missing? What's the other guy name? Hey, look, why you missing him? I don't even know his name.
He was a lead dog for a minute.
They good.
That's why you missing them. They got Marvin Jones back, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and they took it in Antoine Green. They took somebody else.
You know what's my guy, Amon.
Sam Porter. And they got another receiver.
Hey, to be honest, USC really wide receiver you while y'all playing.
There you go.
I ain't gonna go that far.
Hey, I'm just throwing it out there to you, really.
I hear you, champ. I hear you. Hey, I like what Pittsburgh did too. To be honest, if Kenny Pickett make that step, that could be something to talk about.
I think they got real Pittsburgh players like them nasty.
Yeah. Like they got some
guys.
Yeah. Like just think about Darnell Washington, right? He a freak. Like we expect him to be good because the freak of athlete he looked like, but like he literally was at Georgia doing dirty work the whole time.
He's like real nasty. He's like real nasty.
Him and Fryermuth in the red zone. My goodness.
Hey, the Cardinals draft not to be overlooked. Like a lot of teams had great drafts.
They said they gonna tank to get Caleb too, possibly.
Yeah, like
Everybody ain't tanking to get Caleb, bro.
Yeah, that ain't happening. But like we was talking about yesterday, Darius. Like I mean, it was, or like I said yesterday, it was deep enough to like everybody really you had to try to mess it up to really mess it up. Because outside of quarterback and maybe let's say just big stud receivers, it was enough depth to get your trenches together to an extent.
Tight end room.
Yeah, get your tight end room together. Even like where have some guys that's developable. You could play around with some guys. Like you could, you had to really try just to mess it up with the depth that was available in this draft.
Like everybody hating on USC wide receiver you, bro. Come talk to me, bro.
What makes you think they wide receiver you?
I mean, we got the most wide receivers in the league right now.
In the league, are they productive though? I know 2 of them for sure.
I'm pretty sure say most of them was productive for their careers.
Interesting.
I'm just trying to establish the baseline here. Are we saying like they put out the most receivers that got to the league, or did they put the receivers?
They were productive when they was in it. Don't act like these receivers USC got to the league that got in the league ain't productive or wasn't productive at a point in time, and still can be productive.
Are we talking about like currently though? We talking about just in general? Because then you can go down and find some.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand what we're talking about. Because I know a few cats that got there and do jack.
Who from USC?
Yeah.
Who?
Dwayne Jarrett.
Okay, you look. I was talking about currently in the league. If you want to look that far back,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like,
yeah, my bad. Currently.
Oh, okay.
Currently. Like currently in the league now.
So Michael Pittman and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Who after that?
I mean, you got Drake.
Drake, you can't say he's productive yet.
I agree with that too. But you right.
You had Robert Woods.
Definitely wasn't productive last year. That wasn't his fault.
I mean, you just said one can't be productive, and then you got a whole dude that been in the league since 2012.
We talking about as of late. What has Robert Woods done since what?
I mean, if that's the case,
yeah, like
if you want to say if that's the case, wide receiver, you would be LSU based off of your case then.
No, it'd probably be Ohio State.
How?
It's definitely Ohio State.
How?
They got the most recent guys still playing at that level.
Two?
They got two guys who was almost one went for rookie of the year. One would have been next up.
Two.
You got Terry.
He okay. I wouldn't say he was a productive as his past years, like you were trying to say about Robert Woods.
Terry wasn't productive last year with $1,000 yards.
I said productive as of his last couple of years.
Yeah, he been 1,000-yard receiver his last couple of years since he got. I mean, maybe outside his rookie year, if that.
Okay. I mean,
it's 3 for them and it's 2 for everybody else, basically.
No, it's not. It's literally 3. It's 4 for LSU at that point.
Who the 4?
Jarvis had 1,000-yard season 3 years ago.
No, we talking about Josh.
You talking about last year, Zoo?
At least the last 2 years. 3 years ago, we can't do that, fam.
Who did he play for 3 years ago? Miami?
3 years ago.
Cleveland.
Cleveland. Years ago, then we give it Ohio State Mike Thomas.
I mean, if you gonna say that, then we don't know what Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave will do then, because they only 1 year in. They can stink up this year.
We don't know what Drake London gonna do then.
Yeah.
Who?
Drake London.
That's what. I agree with Amon's in his 3rd year. No, Amon's in his 4th year.
And he ain't really get out until his
4th year. Yeah.
Yeah. He can just really get out the last year though.
But still, that's why I said LSU. I didn't disagree with the USC take then. I said LSU.
But you saying that means that if you saying that about Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson, because we gave Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson they love year 1. It wasn't no question about was they popping or not.
So if you gonna do that, then you got to do the same thing for the USC receivers. Then I'm confused on how you trying to take.
Who went crazy?
Huh?
Amon-Ra St. Brown and Pittman is the only 2 that you gonna name. Drake London didn't go crazy last year. He looked like he gonna be something, but we didn't get to see it.
What's going crazy? 1,000 yards? So a rookie receiver can't have 800 yards on the team that just drafted in the first 5 picks and went crazy?
800 yards, get what? 2 tubs?
He went crazy on a team that was a first 5 picks, fam. Drake London, Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave teams went over 500, well above 500.
What's the baseline then? We got to establish a base for this.
What you want the baseline to be?
What's the window and what's the stat line?
What you want the window to be? Since everything I keep putting up, you keep trying to. What do you want the window to be?
Your cap gotta be either 2 to 3 years. I would say 2.
I would say 2 too.
I would say 2. 2 years is the cap for in terms of how long they've been in the league or played, or if they had a really good first year, you can do that. And they got to either have you talking about 1K or their touchdowns got to be up there. One of the 2. You got to be impacted some way somehow.
I mean, but you can't go much off.
For sure.
You can't go based off of 1 year. Because if that's the case, Juju Smith-Schuster had an excellent 1 year, and we see what he's doing. He's productive, but it's definitely what they didn't draft him for in Pittsburgh. So the Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave take that you trying to give, you can't do that because I have
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown's in his 4th year, fam.
Well, he didn't get off until last year.
He had 2 other. He had 2 other years, Darius.
But he wasn't getting off.
Years.
Okay, but still, we not even talk. All right, cool, whatever. USC. I was talking about receivers being in the league, but anyway, cool, whatever. Since 2000, whatever it may be. Whatever.
But what makes them wide receiver is these cats get into the league because everybody go to the league. But what they get to the league and what they do in the league.
I mean,
what the wide receiver you is.
the receivers but the receivers are still in the league. I mean, you act like these receivers got drafted 2-3 years. No, these receivers up here, Robert Woods got drafted in 13, fam, and he's still in the league. He doing some productive.
So then
Nelson Aguilar's still in the league. He's doing some productive.
We're saying we counting the guys in the league. That's fine then. Then just leave it at that. We can.
Or they just a body.
That's fine. No, then count it that way. Now I just want to see what the number is. If we count it that way.
I mean, bro.
I wouldn't say, in my opinion, I wouldn't say y'all wide receiver you based off them two. I definitely wouldn't say that. I don't care how long they've been in the league.
I'm talking about, I mean, you talking about production, right? If they still in the league after 8-9 years.
I would
So you saying Garrett Wilson have a good first 2 years, and then
Will Raymond was in the league for 9 years, just to give you perspective.
That was.
but what that mean, bro?
Just to give you perspective. I'm giving you perspective.
But the point you missing, the receiver that you had, these were considered 1s and 2s that was in the league.
Are they?
They were considered 1s and 2s in the league.
Okay.
Juju wasn't a 1 or 2 in the league at some point.
His first 3 years.
Robert Woods wasn't a 1 or 2 in the league at some point. We know Michael Pittman's a 1.
All right, so how many Ohio State receivers are 1s?
I don't know, fam. I ain't looking at the roster. You want to pull it up?
Nah, I can tell you Gary Wilson's a 1. Terry McLaurin's a 1. Chris Olave's a 1. Or Michael Thomas a 1.
Michael Thomas ain't a 1 no more.
I said or.
You said been a 1 at one point in time. He been a 1.
He was the 1 at one point in time. He was the 1 at one point in time.
Okay.
Don't forget they still. And then you
but then I said, all right, cool. If you don't want to say USC's wide receiver because y'all keep going back to USC, I said LSU. So then y'all said y'all wouldn't say that either.
The number game, because you said you talking about in the league, the numbers game. I think they might have y'all beat this year off the numbers.
Who was y'all?
Who's still? I mean, not my bad, my fault. My LSU. They might have LSU beat off the numbers. Who's left in the league?
I mean,
we hear about because you got.
If you want to say that, I doubt it, but
I mean,
I ain't even gonna hold.
You got Mike. You got Mike. You got Noah Brown. You got Curtis Samuel. You got Olave. You got Wilson. You got KJ Hill. He's still in the league.
Who KJ Hill play for? Okay. Yeah. All right.
Cleveland?
Calm down. Shut up, bro. Calm down. Calm down, man. That man crazy, bro. That man crazy. Hey, you hear this shit, bro?
I'm just telling you the truth.
Chad said, "Who wide receiver you then?"
I think.
I mean, if you wanna, I'm gonna read off. I'm gonna let you speak, and I'm gonna read off LSU wide receiver you. Well, wide receiver.
I always thought it was between OSU and LSU. Between them two.
I don't think it's a competition. I think it's flat out Ohio State. Especially if Jackson Smith and Jimmy come and do what he need to do.
Jeez.
As of late, I feel like every school had it like a wave. It was a wave for them.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
And right now, it's Ohio State wave. Like it's just what it.
Because it could have been Alabama at one point.
And you probably can still make an argument for Alabama right now.
You probably can still make an argument that it's Alabama.
Based off of wide receivers in the league, it will probably be more than just in the league. Not being they doing what Justin Jefferson and Gary Wilson, all them top receivers doing. LSU probably have more. Cause I'm looking at it. They at least got 1, 2.
And that's my question. So how do y'all define wide receiver you? I'm saying wide receiver you. They pumping them out, and these cats are like them guys. That's what I define as anything you, like cornerback you, tight end you. Like I think IU was tight end you.
For sure. No, they gotta be. They gotta be.
Because they pump these cats out. These cats go to the NFL. And
they got like 9 or 10 in the league.
Miami in there though.
No.
Miami in there for what?
Tight end you.
Best looks.
I mean, probably at one point, y'all probably was, but I wouldn't say that now. I don't know if Miami tight end other than Will Mallory. I don't know him because he just came out.
Brevin Jordan started for the Texans right now. He was tight end last year.
What that mean, bro? That's one tight end.
That wouldn't make it out tight end either.
We just talking about who keep going in. We keep putting them in there. They keep showing up.
I'm talking about by my definition. My definition, bro, cats in the league and they productive.
Got you. This one site said wide receiver you right now is number 5 is USC, number 4 is Miami, number 3 is Ohio State, number 2 is LSU, number 1 is Alabama.
I wouldn't be mad if somebody said Alabama.
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
I mean, they don't want. Yeah, they them dudes show up. Won't be showing up for sure.
I wouldn't be mad at that if you say that.
Nah, I wouldn't even be hating on nobody that say Alabama. Because right now, you probably should say Alabama. Honestly, we've been 100%.
Quality and tender. That's what Jack said.
It's Pro Football Network. They took in names, how many people came in, and stats too, all in consideration.
Yeah, that's what make it. You see, I wasn't thinking about.
Sound like I was right about Ohio State not being better than LSU, but we weren't talking about Alabama. Technically, they had. If they didn't have Julio, if they didn't have, hold on, let me say this. If they didn't have Julio, technically they probably wouldn't be based off them stats.
That's like saying if LSU didn't have Jamar Chase, then technically they wouldn't be.
Yeah, like
I mean, we can play the if game for everybody, but second of all,
I mean, but Julio, but what I'm saying, Julio been in the league for like 12, 13 years, so he's racking up the stacks still. That's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. It wouldn't be the same or different.
They went as far. I forgot how. It's like they went recent with the guys too.
They
That's
started
why.
with Julio. Yeah, I know. More productive LSU receivers. Y'all talking about Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, like they vets. That's what I'm saying. They 1 year in. I mean,
but we got to scale them off the trajectory too, though. We can't act like we can't just go like 1 year pop. Like literally, we was already putting Jamar
Chase and Justin Jefferson in the top 5 in conversation.
1 year. So like, I mean, it's respectable. Like they did it.
I mean, but I mean, would you put those two in your top 5s after 1 year?
No.
That's all you gotta say then. That's all you gotta say. Those two. No.
Receivers that will make them a right receiver you. Because the 2 receivers, no cat's nice. No. Don't get me wrong.
No, I'm saying.
Honestly, I wouldn't put Jamar Chase in my top 5, but I told y'all that already.
Yeah.
But
fucking drugs you smoking, but yeah.
Nah, it's really not. I don't even think he's the best receiver on this team. Honestly, I think it's T. Higgins. But
they said no, it's based off of what you've done.
Right. And as a group,
but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. We don't know what Garrett or what you call Chris would do. Now, by me now, we expect them to do well. Don't think we ain't gonna expect them to win. But Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson has consistently been doing the same thing. Both of their 2 years. Right. So if they come back and do it, so if they can come back and do it another year, then you can say that. But until then, you can't say that.
No, I disagree.
You're not wrong in your point, right? But I'm saying in terms of when you ask a question, I'm thinking about, okay, who got the guys numbers wise who's still playing. So not only was it Chris and Garrett, it was Curtis Samuel played again last year. Noah Brown played again last year. They had people still playing. Terry still played again last year. But that's 5 guys that I know from that school that was currently playing in NFL teams, not just special teamers. They was out here getting catches. I'm like, okay.
I mean, but Curtis Samuel really wasn't that productive. But yeah, I got you.
But I mean, but it's this 5 against 2.
So Terry.
But see, that's why I don't understand. Like, we keep switching it, right? So Josh,
that's a true statement, Darius. We do. But go ahead.
Here, like, back to my definition.
Yeah.
Ohio State is only in the
of what you do now.
Alabama is the only school, in my opinion, who has the quantity and the production. Right, so Alabama got more than 3 players in the league right now that's going crazy, and that's not even counting Julio Jones.
Who they 3 players? I know Judy didn't go crazy last year. Smitty did decent last year.
Smitty had 1,000. Jalen Watt had 1,000. Had 1,000.
Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper. Okay.
They had 3,000-yard receivers, and Judy would have whatever he had when he finished the year.
What was I saying?
You was talking
about Alabama, Ohio State.
So Alabama's probably the only school when we talk about numbers and production, right? Because You keep saying you can't count that 1 year, but we can only count that 1 year because that's the only year they played.
I mean,
and they were 1,000-yard receivers. One of them was the one rookie of the year.
What I'm saying,
and they the number one receiver on their team.
If they can reoccur that again, then I will agree with that, dude. I'm not disagreeing with that. But I'm also going off what Chat's saying, and then I'm kind of trying to factor in what you saying to like kind of mix them together. So like I definitely get what you're saying.
But that's why I asked it again. What's our base? Because I'm talking about.
I just feel like depending on who niggas like, that's what they in that conversation.
You can
this conversation, it wasn't if they did it again for Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. It wasn't it. Yeah. But now is if Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson, even though they number one receivers on their team right now today, they're number one receivers, just like Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase are number one receivers on their team. But now if they did it, so you telling me
you think if Mike is, and they got Calvin Ridley, and you saying that,
and Calvin Ridley,
but he didn't play this year.
But he going. Well, we know.
So you telling me if Mike returned back to the form where he was going crazy, he ain't the number one?
You gotta wait to see it.
But he's still from Ohio State. So yes, either way, yes.
But
that's fine.
But what I'm saying, based off of the two rookies, off of the first year, I can't give it to him. Jamar Chase and them did it again, but their rookie year, Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, you could be like, they were in people's top 5 receivers in the league. These two are just not yet, which that plays a huge factor. But I definitely agree what you're saying about saying they are the number ones. They are the number ones. So and they had a good first year. I'm just saying they redo it again. Then you can be like, all right, cool. Consistent years, they proved themselves.
We can agree to disagree.
Everybody can have an excellent first year and suck the next year.
Regardless of the conversation, the original question is Alabama who answers the question without any swaying or changing.
Alabama probably got it for sure.
There ain't no probably about it.
They probably wide receiver you.
They're not even close. The names in the production is not even close.
But don't worry, they finna drop out because they ain't gonna have no.
And just to go back to your point, regardless if Mike Thomas comes back or not, I don't think that changed anything for Chris Olave. If anything, Chris Olave probably is going to get better with him there.
You think she better than Olave?
No. I just think she is fast.
I think Chris Olave just fast sometimes too. Oh damn, they do got John. They do. Oh, Alabama is wild.
Oh, he's a route monster.
Yeah, I'm saying
in terms of receivers being in the league, I would definitely say Alabama.
It's not even like it's really not close to be real.
Because
I just feel like with them, you can say either one.
Jameson Williams and John Mechie didn't play this year. But
I don't think personally, and y'all knew I feel like this 2 years ago. I don't think Jameson Williams is as good as people think he is. Personally, I think Jameson is. Yeah. I think he's gonna be a 3 at best. I think he's gonna be Nelson Aguilar 2.0 in my opinion. I think he's going to be deep shot.
All right, chat. I love y'all. We about to end this thing. We might start doing this. We might start streaming the game, talk about the game, and then we'll veer off. And then when I get more time, of course, we'd be here longer. But Zulu, take us out. Or Darius, take us out. Say your issue like to say.
I mean,
Jimmy in 5.
Hey, he versus anybody and whatever. But based off the score right now, we can concur that Boston's zipping it up today.
Yes.
Well, there it is, team. You heard what he said. Peace and elbow grease, baby. Y'all, so we'll see y'all next week. The stream will go up tomorrow on the tube, so make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Mess with us on Twitter and or Instagram, FP live stream. Final possession, it'll pop up for you as well. Like I said, we thank you for starting with us, thank you for staying with us. We get better as we go. Just getting excited for new stuff, more things happening. Again, if you feel like you want to talk about something or you know something better than we do, or just as much as we do, because it's all opinionated at the end of the day, hop in the Discord. We'll talk with you, have you as a guest. Work.
For sure.
We out, chat. Peace.